Nakhchivan hosted a festival congress entitled Return to Western Azerbaijan. The festival was jointly organized by the authorized representation of the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, the Ministry of Science and Education of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Nakhchivan State University, and the Western Azerbaijan community. The festival congress participants first visited the monument of national leader Heydar Aliyev in the center of Nakhchivan and laid flowers. Visitors to the Heydar Aliyev Museum were informed about the exhibits reflecting the life and activities of the great leader. The official opening ceremony of the Return to Western Azerbaijan Festival Congress was held in Zangezur National Park, Batabat Plateau. The Dagorgut gave his blessing. Chapars of Oghuz province, surrounded by Batabat plain, 3 bonfires as a symbol of the holiday. Then the composition Victory was presented, and heroes of the Combined Arms Army who passed the Victory Road to Shusha waved the victory flag, which was pinned to Shusha and displayed in the Victory Parade. A minute of silence was observed to commemorate the memory of our martyrs, and the national anthem of the Republic of Azerbaijan was played, accompanied by a military orchestra. The Victory March, dedicated to the great victory we achieved in the anti-terrorist measures in 2023, was performed. Nakhchivan State University Student Theatre Studio presented the composition Daralayas. A video showing memorable moments from the Return to Western Azerbaijan Festival Congress held in 2023 was displayed. Minister of Science and Education of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Emin Amrullayev, drew attention to another peculiarity of organizing this year's Festival Congress in Batabat Plateau, one of the charming corners of Azerbaijan. Mr. Amrullayev noted that only a few kilometers away from the charming place where the festival is organized, there are villages of Western Azerbaijan where our compatriots used to live. That is, this year's festival brings us closer to Western Azerbaijan both spiritually and geographically. The minister emphasized that this significant event serves as a vibrant public cultural platform dedicated to the theme of returning to Western Azerbaijan. He highlighted that the return to Western Azerbaijan is a national issue, and each of us must do our utmost in this direction. This is because it concerns the human rights of thousands of our compatriots who have been deprived of their native homes, places of worship, and cultural monuments. In his speech, Elbrus Isayev, the rector of Nakhchivan State University, emphasized that during the latest deportation of Azerbaijanis from their ancient ancestral homeland within Armenian territory, over 300,000 of our compatriots from than 50,000 families were forcibly expelled. More than 200 Azerbaijanis were brutally murdered and over 400 people were injured. Many homes and properties were burned down, with those spared from destruction often sites without compensation by Armenians. Over 300 mosques, shrines, and places of worship, as well as more than 500 cemeteries, were wiped off the face of the earth. Aziz Alakbarli, chairman of the board of the Western Azerbaijan community, member of the Milli Majlis, evaluated the festival congress as a report to the President Ilham Aliyev, the idea author of the Return Western Azerbaijan concept, our people, and drew attention to the work done in the past period in the direction of the implementation of the upcoming tasks. He noted that the return to Western Azerbaijan is no longer the issue of Western Azerbaijanis and our 10 million compatriots living in the Republic of Azerbaijan. This is the issue of the 60 million Azerbaijanis of the world, and in many cases the entire Turkic world. This is the rights of our compatriots based on international law. This is the will of great leader Heydar Aliyev to us, the task of Mr. President Ilham Aliyev, and our filial duty to our fathers and fazila duty to our children. Member of the board of the Western Azerbaijan community, founder of the Western Azerbaijan Research Center, Professor Mahira Hüseyinova, thanked everyone who worked for the platform created for the declaration of truce from native Nakhchivan and highly appreciated the work of the organizers of the Festival Congress. Mahira Hüseyinova emphasized that the President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, who stated in his conceptual speech during the meeting with Western Azerbaijan intellectuals that he will stand by his compatriots from Western Azerbaijan at all times, set important tasks before the scientific community with this statement. Mahira Hüseyinova expressed her belief that the deportations of 1948 to 53 and the last 1987 to 1991 in Soviet Armenia, which was created in 1920 with the support of Soviet Russia, and the tragedy of many thousands of people will be the subject of our young researchers. Folklore examples belonging to Western Azerbaijan were demonstrated at the Yaylaq festival. Those who came to the festival got acquainted with the cuisine of Western Azerbaijan. National dishes of Zangezur, Göçe, Iravan, and the other regions were displayed here. The most interesting sign for the guests of the festival were the people of Western Azerbaijan, Orient playing sincerely with their arms raised. Of course, the famous Yalle was not forgotten either. Yalle, which has become a symbol of the unity of Turkishness, took people as if to raising, standing on the border of the native land and looking longingly at their land. Western Azerbaijans shared the joy of coming together and remembered their memories at the festival organized around Batapat Lake. Exhibitions, literary and artistic compositions were also presented at the event. The memorable moment of the festival was the wedding of two young people from Western Azerbaijan, Elvin Sayadov and Farida Aliyeva. The white wedding tents, built according to the custom of our people, were full of guests. The playing of the black trumpet and saz turned the festival into a wedding and the wedding into a celebration. The wedding tradition, which has become a rich ethnography of Western Azerbaijan, added a special color to the festival. With this wedding, it was demonstrated that our nation has preserved its tradition and values. The festival participants, who came together with the love of Western Azerbaijan, witnessed another tradition of the Oghuz region. There were 3 bonfires left on the chest of the mountain, symbolizing the victory. Dede Gorgut instructed his son Oghuz to let 3 bonfires remain on top of the mountains. Let the enemy know that the heart of Oghuz country is burning brightly. And also the symbol of inviting the whole community to the unity of the remaining 3 bonfires was remembered at the festival. Western Azerbaijanis proudly waved the flag of the Iravan Khanate at the Yaylaq festival. Western Azerbaijanis took symbolic steps towards Zangezur. At the end, the participants of the event also visited the Ordubat railway station. The Western Azerbaijan community held an international event dedicated to the World Refugee Day. At the event, attended by representatives of the state bodies of the Republic of Azerbaijan, heads of diplomatic missions accredited in our country, public and scientific figures, opinions were exchanged on the right of return of Azerbaijanis expelled from Armenia and refugee problems. Chairman of the board of the Western Azerbaijan community, Aziz Alakbarli, who made a statement to the press about the purpose of the event, noted that this event is held by the community every year. Later, the chairman of the Western Azerbaijan community, Aziz Alakbarli, delivering speech at the event, briefed about the expulsion of Azerbaijanis from Armenia, the damage done to their cultural heritage, and the measures implemented by the community in the last year. Noting that the permanent solution to the problem of refugees and forced displacement goes through the provision of the right of return, the chairman said that the large-scale activities carried out by the government of Azerbaijan in the direction of the return of forcibly displaced persons should be appreciated. Aziz Alakbarli emphasized that restoring its territorial integrity and sovereignty, Azerbaijan ensured the rule of international law and the basic human rights, such as the right of return of hundreds of thousands of people. The chairman of the community expressed his deep gratitude to President Ilham Aliyev for the solution of the social problems of Azerbaijanis expelled from Armenia and their support for their right to peaceful return. Later, Safaya Hasanova, a refugee from Karvansara region of Armenia, shared her memories of being a refugee. At the end of the event, a documentary film prepared by the Western Azerbaijan television in English about the activities of the community was shown. Chairperson of the Women's Council of the Western Azerbaijan Community, member of the Milli Majlis of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Malahat Ibrahimgizi, participated in the 3rd additional meeting of the OSCE on Human Rights, on Tolerance, Non-Discrimination and Gender Equality, held on June 24-25 in Vienna, the capital of Austria. Ibrahimgizi spoke on behalf of the Western Azerbaijan community at the event. In her speech, the chairman of the Women's Council gave detailed information about the community, its agenda, the expulsion of Azerbaijanis from Armenia, and stated that the ethnic cleansing carried out by Armenia and not allowing the Western Azerbaijanis to return to their homes is intolerance and discrimination.
It does not contain any territorial claim against Armenia, but establishes a legal framework to facilitate the return of deportees to their historical homeland, respecting the sovereignty and the territorial integrity of states.
The opening ceremony of the mini football tournament for the Western Azerbaijan Cup was held. Speaking at the opening ceremony, chairman of the Western Azerbaijan community, Aziz Alakbarli, wished success to the participants of the tournament. Mr. Alakbarli said the tournament was the Western Azerbaijan Cup was a new page in the history of the community. He emphasized that our country has always demonstrated its strength in the field of sports. He said the idea of returning to Western Azerbaijan is a national issue today. We will return to our historical lands in a safe and dignified way. Deputy Minister of Yas and Sports Farhat Ajiyev called today's tournament a historic event. Young people who have not seen Western Azerbaijan leave with a desire to return there, even if they didn't see the historical lands where their ancestors lived. This is a very gratifying situation, he added. Sabina Khasayeva, a member of the Milli Majlis, said that today we are living in one of the most glorious pages in the history of Azerbaijan. She also emphasized that she believes that our compatriots, united around the holy idea, will return to Western Azerbaijan in the near future. Then the tournament continued with the artistic part. Songs devoted to patriotism were sung by singers and nasheeds. After the artistic part was concluded, the first match of the tournament was held. Thus, mini-football teams Loru and Karakilsa of Western Azerbaijan regions met. The match ended with a victory of Loru club. Note that the mini-football tournament, initiated and organized by the Western Azerbaijan community, aims at uniting community members around the idea of returning to Western Azerbaijan, strengthening communication among young people, at the same time promoting a healthy lifestyle, increase community activity and supporting the formation of a healthy society. 20 teams of young people representing the regional communities of Western Azerbaijan are participating in the mini-football tournament organized for the first time in history.